Hi there folks, it's Handmade by Shirley and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do this and I'm going to possibly do another card if I've got time, but I was just playing away here this afternoon on Good Friday here in the UK, and I had done a short on here the other day, and it was using shaving foam and alcohol inks. And so I'll pop this to the side just now. So these are some of the cards I've made with the alcohol inks and shaving foam. So these two are pretty much the same. That one was just kind of half, and then I've matte layered onto a bit of green. This one I just put down because it was this middle bit that I had stenciled out. And then I've just added a little bit of ink and a sentiment, and the same for the purple one. So I've also got one left, which we could use to make into a card. But at the moment, I was actually just sitting at my desk and I was just doing some of this inking, and I thought I would just do some white heat embossing over the top. Just because I was playing with it and I thought we would do that. So I always love a bit of heat embossing. So I've got this really nice stamp, which is out of a magazine as well, so it's not any particular brand stamp. So I thought I'd just stamp that a couple of times on the front here, and then I'd heat emboss it with white, and would see how we got on. So I'll just get my Versamark and I'll make sure it's my white embossing powder. I think this is it here. I think that's it there. Got quite a few embossing powders. Let's just see what's this one. That one's clear. This one, is this white or is this, what colour is this? Crystal transparent. Oh, I don't think I've used that yet. Anyway, let's just go for this one. I think it's the right one. I don't think I've got a couple in here, so I think that's right. So what I did was I just took a few colours from Stampin'Up, Bumblebee at the bottom. I kind of blended that in, so we've got a kind of orange, and then I used polished pink kind of in the middle, and I used Gorgeous Grape at the top. I'm not sure if these are still current, but that's what I'm going to use. And I've got my Versamark ink, and as I say, I've already put my embossing buddy on, and I'm just going to ink up this lovely floral stamp. It was from a magazine, I couldn't tell you which one. It's quite recent, but as I say, I don't know which one it is from. And just ink that up really well. Just make sure you've got coverage. And then bring it back over, and I'm just going to just go on the top here, and I'm really going to push down because I want it to be a good imprint. You could, if you wanted, do this in a stamping platform just to make sure you get even coverage of the Versamark onto your card. I'm not sure if that's going on. I can see it a little bit, so that's fine. So we'll just do another one down near the bottom. So just inking that back up with, I might need to re-ink this. I have got a re-inker for my Versamark, so if this doesn't work, I think I need to re-ink it. So again, I'm just trying to see where that last little bit is, but I can't quite see. So we'll just turn it round this time, and we'll just hope we're not going over it with the other bit of stamp. And if we are, well, we are. Okay, there we go. Right, pop that to the side and bring this over to the tray here. And then let's pop this on. Hope for the best. Is all we can do, really. Because sometimes, yes, it is quite hard to see where you've stamped. So I think that's enough. And I think that that's worked pretty well. You can see it there. Looks really good. So we will pop our powder back into our tray, into our tub even. And then I don't think there's any stray bits. Oh, there's a little bit here. So I've got a little brush. And if there is a little bit of stray, just brush it away from the embossed piece. There's a little bit here as well. What we're actually going to do is just bring the back of it. See if that helps. I think that's actually better. So now I want to heat emboss it. So I'm going to put my heat tool on. So just remember, you can adjust your volume. I'm just going to heat it up first here. And then you just emboss this. Nearly done. There we go. That always just is such a lovely, it just is so lovely. Now, I don't think I've got anything really to rub it back, so just use this cloth here. It's a bit damp though. As you can see, it's a wee bit damp, but that's okay. So that just brings up the embossing. And I think that is absolutely lovely. It's just really nice. It's so nice how the kind of lighter, then the slightly darker, then a darker sort of colour. It's like an ombre effect. So I've got a little card base here I can use. I have to cut this one down a bit. So I've got my trimmer here, and I'm going to cut this down very slightly. Just a slither, so that is just a slither off. And let's just see what it looks like now. Yeah, need to take a wee bit off around the bottom, so it will mean cutting out off the top of these bits, because so it does mean cutting that off, but that's okay. Let's try it again. Yeah, and that just gives a nice even border all the way round. So I'm just going to pop that on. So this card base is 5 by 7 inches. I'm not sure what it is in centimetres, and this is just probably about a couple of eighths shorter than 5 by 7. And just before you press it down, make sure you've got an even border all the way round, and I don't, because that's slightly bigger at that side. So don't press it down until you're happy with it. So that's better. So just turn it over. Because it's been heat embossed, it tends to warp a bit, but just turn it over and burnish it on the back. And then if it's still not, just go over it with a block or a ball tool, not a ball tool, a bone folder or something that will just hold it in place. Oh, it's still not quite adhered. And then I just want to put a little greeting on it as well. So this magazine, if I can find the rest of the stamps that are on it. So this was the stamps. So there's lots of different ones, and there's also a little template to make a little box, which I've actually started to make. So that might be another video coming soon. So yes, you got your lovely one, the lovely one there. In this bouquet you get the jar and various other bits and pieces, and there's some sentiments as well. So it's pretty nice, and I do think it's lovely, and that is going to fall down. So now I'm going to have this sentiment which says, "Have the happiest of birthdays." And I'm just going to stamp that onto a piece of white. If I can find white smooth card, which I do have somewhere here. That's it. So I'm just going to cut this in half, because we don't need that huge amount of piece of white card at this minute. So I'll pop that there, and I've got another what was I saying? I had another greeting on that. So pick that up, and it's more or less cut down. So what I want to do now is to just do what I had in my brush, just a little bit off the purple here. It's just going to be really light. And I had pink on there. That's the purple and the pink, it doesn't matter. So it's just very lightly, so it's what I had on the brush. I'm not dipping it back into the ink pad and just a little bit of the Bumblebee. And then I'm going to use not white embossing powder this time. I'm going to use, I could have black or I could have a gold. So I think I'm going to go for gold. So we've got this stamp, so we'll get Versamark again, but I'm going to stamp it on its own first because this is the first time it's been stamped. So when you've got a stamp that is new, you should always stamp it a couple of times first because sometimes they have like what's called a coating on it. Now I need my embossing buddy again as well, just to go over here to make sure there's no extra stray pieces going on. And then I'll just ink this up again. And pop it over here over the top, like so. And there we go. And then the next thing to do is to bring over this pot. White's still in it, but that's okay. And then I'll just bring the gold over, like so. There we go. That looks fine. This might just go over that again because a few bits look like they're not quite on it. That's fine. So get my little brush. Where have I put it? Oh dear. Oh, here it is, hiding, because there's a bit here that I really don't want on this. So just give that a bit of a ping. That will do, I'm sure. Right, before I do my heat embossing, I'm going to pop this into the tub again so it doesn't fly everywhere. And we'll heat emboss that, and then we'll cut that into a sentiment. There we go. There we go. And I'm just going to cut this with my trimmer. So just chopping it down. And then bringing the card back in, just having a look to see that would be really quite nice just there. Might chop that slightly more, just a little bit. Have a look again. See what would be better to the side. No, I think it's quite nice in the middle. So we'll pop that in the middle. We might just put a wee layer on it. layer, which I should have. Let me see, I should have a wee layer here. Actually could have done it onto here. This wee layer. Don't know. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's quite nice. Let's do that. Let's do that. So this was just a die cut from, I think it's Creative Expressions that I had in my box, because I do tend to keep quite a few die cuts ready in case I decide to use them on anything. So I think just to slightly bring it up a bit, we'll just add this. So if we pop that on, it's got a few marks on it, but I think that's okay. I can cover them up. Just pop that into the middle, like so. And then that can just go over there on the middle. And that's my card. So thanks for watching. I will come back on and do something with this, the shaving foam one. But that was just because I was doing some blending and some heat. I decided to do some heat embossing on the front, and I just always think it's such a lovely effect and technique. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, please share this with all your crafty friends and family, and if you liked what you saw, please leave me a comment, and thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye for now.